Hello everyone, and thank you for watching. I decided to do my presentation on how Down syndrome affects social and emotional development. I would first like to start by just defining what Down syndrome is. Down syndrome is considered to be a genetic disorder in which individuals are born with 3 copies of chromosome 21 instead of the normal 2. Down syndrome is normally caused by an error in cell division. Over time, research has shown that there is no known cause of the cell error which creates the 3 copies of chromosome 21. As the search for a cause of this genetic disorder continues to be researched, it has been discovered that there is no correlation between Down syndromes and factors such as race, nationality, socioeconomic status. It has been reported that Down syndrome is the most common chromosomal disorder. According to research done by the CDC, 1 in every 700 babies are born with Down syndrome in the United States, and around 6,000 children per year are born with Down syndrome. It was not until the late 19th century in which Down syndrome was discovered by a British physician named John Langdon Down. John Langdon Down was the first physician to provide an accurate description of the syndrome. Here you can see the stages of development for a child that does not have Down syndrome. These stages are broken up into 4 main categories. So the first stage, from birth to 2 years old, this is when object permanence is developed and kiddos begin to know the world through movement and sensation. In the next stage, ages 2 to 7 years old, this is when children begin to learn language. They begin to think symbolically and begin to think in concrete terms. And the third stage, ages 7 to 11, kiddos begin to think logically and understand the concept of conversation. And in the last stage, ages 11 up, kids begin to think abstractly. They're able to create hypotheses and test those, and they are more concerned about the future and able to plan during this stage. Next, we will talk about the developmental scale for children that have Down syndrome. It is reported that children with Down syndrome learn and progress at a slower rate than other children. Research says that children with Down syndrome tend to be about 6 months behind their peers. Unlike the scale you saw on the previous slide, the developmental scale for children with Down syndrome increases by months and not years. So the scale that we use for children with Down syndrome starts at birth and goes up to the age of 5, which is also 71 months. On the next 2 slides, you will see the developmental scale for children with Down syndrome. The scale starts at birth. So at birth to 5 months, you may see kids with Down syndrome that may or may not turn their heads to sound, and they seldomly make sounds at this age. The reason for this is because children with Down syndrome struggle with fluids in their ears and may be unable to completely hear at this age. From 6 to 10 months, we'll see our kiddos start to watch their parent faces, and also around 10 months, kids will start to babble. From 11 to 15 months, they start to show signs of understanding language, and they attempt to communicate with their primary caregivers. From 16 to 20 months, we start to see them comprehending words more, and we start to see their feelings being displayed. From 12 to 25 months, these kiddos have a very wide understanding of words, and they become more social around this age. And from 26 to 30 months, these kiddos are about to speak, and they have about 10 to 20 words in their vocabulary. From 31 to 35 months, children are becoming more talkative at this age. They are attempting to say sentences and phrases. From 36 to 40 months, children are able to engage in short dialogues with their peers and also adults. They are also able to start recognizing some colors around this age. From 41 to 59 months, children can recognize environmental symbols such as stop signs, McDonald's signs, signs that they would commonly see when they are out with their caregivers. Their vocabulary can also reach up to 900 words at this age. And in the last stage, from 60 months to 71 months, Children are starting to use longer sentences, and their comprehension is continuing to grow every day. As we learned in the previous slides, children with Down syndrome progress at a slower rate than their peers. On this slide, we will talk about some common delays that children with Down syndrome experience. First, we'll start with the struggles with emotional development. Children born with Down syndrome might have difficulties managing, identifying, and understanding their emotions, and they are also at an increased rate to develop mental health disorders as they grow older into adults. Kiddos with Down syndrome also have struggles with social development. So kids born with Down syndrome might struggle with appropriate social interaction. This is children might speak in situations where it is not appropriate for them to speak, or they might laugh in situations where laughter is not appropriate. They also might have difficulty with spoken language. This is just them trying to communicate and have dialogue with other people. They might be a little delayed in their speech, and they might also experience a wide range of behavior issues. While children born with Down syndrome can go on to lead healthy and fulfilling lives as adults, early intervention is key in helping them achieve this goal. Some of the recommended interventions for children with Down syndrome include education programs, stimulating home environments, good health care, and a strong positive support system. When looking to promote healthy social and emotional development in children with Down syndrome, I have created a 2-part intervention program. The first part of the intervention program is a behavior and social skills training program. Children can be enrolled into this program beginning at the age of 3. Parents can decide to use this as an alternative or in addition to school services that kiddos should be receiving when they enter into the school system. This program will include a hands-on curriculum and also involve a parent education component. Here you see the first part of the intervention, which is the behavior and social skills training program. This particular portion of the intervention program is geared mainly towards the children that are enrolled. As you will see, all the educational components of this program will be taught through different forms of play. So the first type of training they will go through is social skills training, and this will be done through role playing that teaches them appropriate communication with both peers and adults. The second part is coping skills training, and during this training, children will have the opportunity to learn how to and when to use coping skills in their day-to-day lives, and this will be done through educational games and supervised peer interaction. Third, we have positive response training, and during this course, children will learn how to positively respond to difficult situations, and this will also be done through a series of role-playing activities and also a series of scenarios for children to think about. The second part of the intervention is geared specifically towards parents. This part is an educational training program for parents of children with Down syndrome. They will first have the opportunity to join a variety of support groups. It is important that children with Down syndrome have parents that have a positive support system. So through support groups, they will be able to build those connections and those relationships. And they'll also get the opportunity to work with members of their support groups to build an ongoing self-care plan for themselves. Parents will also be equipped with a variety of educational tools. Some of these tools are learning more about the developmental skill for children with Down syndrome, how they can navigate the school system. So if your child needs an IEP, if your child needs a 504, how to tap into those resources and get those things done for your child. They'll also learn how to implement and encourage pro-social behaviors within their children in the home and in the community. And they'll also learn how they can be of assistance in helping their child live a fulfilling lifestyle as they grow older. At the conclusion of the program, children will be equipped with the necessary tools that they need to go on and live a healthy social and emotional lifestyle. They will also have the opportunity to engage with peers that have a diagnosis of Down syndrome and develop a sense of belongingness. Parents will have the opportunity to begin to build a positive and understanding support system, and the parents will also walk away equipped with the educational tools that are needed for them to help their child succeed in life. Thank you all for taking time out of your day to watch and listen to my presentation. On the next few slides, you will see my references, and I have also attached a summary handout to the presentation as well. Hope you all have a great rest of your day.